Welcome back, everybody, to an exhilarating episode of the Careful Boys with Mr. Paul Gomez over here. Stories don't stop, but you are on death's doorstep.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so, like I was saying, so Chris from the Foo Fighters, you know, I went through the whole thing. He held my hand. Then I went from hospital to hospital, and then I left where they told me that somebody had to stay with me. And then, so I told Garamond, we're just gonna bounce. We're gonna bounce. And he's like, well, how are we gonna do that? I'll just take all these machines and put them between my legs. Just get me on a gurney, right? So got me on a gurney. Got an ambulance, drove back to ZWAT, found a little hospital there, and was just stayed in there. And then by this, it gets way worse. And then, so I'm there, and I felt bad for my friends because they had to. I imagine all of us go, and then Joe gets hurt.
Yeah.
And they just, you have to leave.
Yeah, the whole vacation ends.
Well, no, they stayed and surfed. I made sure. That's why I said if you don't surf, I'll die. So they stayed and surfed and they got the best waves ever. I totally missed it.
Oh, sick.
So they scored.
So Joe gets hurt, we all keep surfing.
We all keep surfing.
We shred even harder.
We all keep going.
Otherwise, he's gonna die. We have to surf.
He said, right?
Yeah, so, but that was the thing. And those guys say, I will die if you don't. And so they all had to leave. And I think they all felt terrible because it's like, dude, we're leaving him here. So then I was there for probably about another 3 weeks. And then I was like, why couldn't you get on a plane and fly home? My lungs were collapsed. It was just a nightmare. And it's to get, one trick for everybody here, $500 a year, you can get life back.
$500 a year?
Back.
Like, yeah, it'll pick you up anywhere for $500 a year.
Life back?
Yes, life back. Anywhere in the world. It's like the thing you can buy. I'll send it to you, Bart. Send it to anybody. $500 a year. If you have an accident anywhere, it'll come pick you up.
Dude, I'm getting that.
So it's like, wish I had that. But everyone's like, oh, you could pay for it. I'm all, dude, I'm already in so much debt right now because of this. And then I have to spend 40 or 50 grand to get a medevac flight home. Like, I'll suck it up. And then so I go, then I get out of the hospital. I go to my friend Pablo's house. Thanks, Pablo, for letting me stay there. And I had a nurse staying with me. So my friend Rick and like all the care, like everyone's seen me naked. Everyone's wiped my ass. Everyone's done everything for me. So it's just at that point, you're just done. And so the first I'm on meds, right? I'm all hooked up on IVs and everything, and then they let me out of the hospital. I'm gonna go home in 3 days. So it's a Thursday, Friday, and a Saturday. So Thursday, I'm like, I get to the house. I'm like, they go, what do you want to eat? I go, I want a steak dinner. I want a margarita. I want this. I want that. I'm like, last supper. Like,
You're on meds and you're like, I want a margarita.
I was like, because I still was so broken and tweaked, right?
Yeah.
And so we had that, and then that first night was good, and I had a nurse stay with me. And the next day, I woke up and I was in so much pain because I wasn't on an IV drip. I was trying to, if you just touched me, I was freaking out. I was crying. I was like coming out of drugs. I'm like, everything's starting to set in. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, because it's been like a month of being on drugs and surgeries and everywhere. And I called my friend Rick, and he's like, I'm like, dude, they're not going to let me get on a plane tomorrow. Because I'm flying commercial, like I'm just flying a commercial airline in Alaska. Thank you, Alaska. They were awesome to me because I go there all the time. Down to Mexico, and I got a plan. You got to take me back to the hospital, and you got to pump me full of drugs before I get on the plane. Like, just load me up, like juice me.
All the best.
Just juice me up.
I love it every time you go like, I got a plan.
So he's like,
he's not fully coherent, but he has a plan.
So there's the next day, get up, I make it to the car, get in this truck, get to the hospital, and they just juice me up. I got a call. I'm like, what's up? Like, woo! I'm like, just so. I'm just so high. He's like, dude, you got to calm down. Like,
You're talking too much.
You're like out of hand right now because I was high. And then so luckily, they gave me the Alaska Airlines because I fly there. I was there like a month ago. I'm going back next month. I go all the time to our friend's house, Rick, his house down there, Casa Pacifica, beautiful. If you guys ever want to rent it. So I get on the plane, and they're like. Alaska like flew at a different, just hooked it up for me. So it's during COVID, right? So I get off the plane, and my wife and daughter pick me up, and I get in my truck and I'm sitting in the front seat, and then they're driving me to the hospital. So I didn't have an ambulance pick me up because that's another 25 grand. So I just drive to the hospital. I'm an independent contractor for everything I do, so I have to pay for my own insurance, and I have the worst insurance, and insurance sucks. We won't go down that route.
For real.
So I get to the hospital, and by this time the drugs have worn off, and I'm like in a bad place. And I'm like, they wheel me. They get a wheelchair and they put me in the emergency room, and they're not letting my wife come in because COVID, and they're being so rude to her.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, she's all, but that's my husband. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand the backstory of why he's here now. So now I'm in the wheelchair and I'm starting to die. And luckily people were like, hey, that guy in the wheelchair, he's dying.
Wow.
He's dying.
Yeah, but the masks. The masks.
The masks, but no,
the masks.
and I'm dying.
Dr. Fauci said you gotta stay
The
before.
masks.
So I'm dying. And then my wife's freaking out, and it's the whole thing. So finally, one of the doctors comes out and goes, oh shit, this guy's dying.
Like we've been telling you.
It's like an episode of Seinfeld. He's dying. He's dying. Oh, he's dying.
So for all women out there, I know what it's like. I had 7.5 liters of urine in my bladder.
Holy shit.
So it was so stressed. I was swollen. It was, and then they say rush me into emergency surgery, and then so by this time kidney failure is like at a 3. I'm at a 7.
Fuck.
Like I have full kidney failure. I'm getting septic. It's just going bad. So surgery cut me under here. So they only fixed the ribs on the back. The whole back of my spine ribs are crushed. They had to redo all that. So now I'm in a whole ordeal in America. Go through that. Get out of the hospital after like a couple weeks. Go home. Like the worst. And then so this is where I'll get into like new medicine and not old medicine. So we have I'm home, this, that, and the other. So my bladder got so stretched out that I couldn't pee. So I had a catheter. So I had a catheter and walked around the catheter, and eventually you have to take it out. And they go, okay, well, you're going to have to self-catheter.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
3 times a day.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Torture. Absolute torture, dude. So now I'm trying to get back. I'm like I go, I need to work because I don't not work, even though right now I'm not working. Thank you, China.
Shout outs to China.
I get to have a vacation.
So I go to my urologist, and he's like, oh, he goes like this. He's like, oh, I'm like, dude, I can't live like this. And like by this time I'm on gabapentin and I'm tweaked, I'm all this stuff. And he's like, oh, that's just your life. You're gonna have to self-catheter 3 times a day for the rest of your life.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, I'm tripping. So at this point, I'm just like, I'm gonna kill myself. No, literally, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm on all the meds. I'm just like, so I just start planning out. I call my financial planners. I'm like, how much do I have life insurance? How much is this? How much is that? Blah, blah, blah. Doing all the math in my head, like, okay. That movie, 3 Billboards in Mississippi, where the guy puts the bag over his head and puts a note to call my friend and have him come get me. I had it all planned out. And I was just like, I'm done. I'm not gonna do this. So then my friend Ryan Kingman, the founder of Stance Socks and Element, he calls me up one day and he's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just sitting here at the coffee shop, just planning my suicide, planning how to kill myself. And he's like, but it was like totally normal. I was like totally calm about it. He's like, are you serious? Well, yeah, I'm dead serious. Like, there's no way I can't live like this. It's like, dude, I walk around with these things in my car and I have to put them away because I wouldn't want to leave some tip thing that was shoved up my dong in the bathroom. It was terrible. If I go on the road after it was the worst.
That's crazy.
So I call my friend Dr. Brian. He's like, dude, that's BS. You're too young. That's a lie. And then do you guys know who Ben Greenfield is?
Yeah.
So Ben's like a really good friend of mine. So I called up Ben and I'm like, hey Ben, this is what's going on. And he's like, oh, all right, I got you. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. And then so he hooked me up with this guy, Dr. Cook up in Campbell. And he's like, okay, I want you to come up here. And I go up there and he's like, he tells me he's gonna do, I'm gonna give you a stroke.
Give you a stroke?
I have a picture.
What?
What?
I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna reset your vagus nerve in your neck, and then it's gonna cause you to have a stroke. And I'm like, what? And I was like, and I'm lucky my wife wasn't there, and I was like, oh, I can't live. I mean, I'd rather just die.
I'll go back to the
Can you
suicide
press the
plan.
death button?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
press the death button instead?
My plan was pretty good. I'll go back to that.
But it was like, so I was like, all right. And he's like, and he goes, you could sign all this paperwork, and if it doesn't work, you're screwed.
Fuck.
okay. So I do it, and it was heavy. I was like,
What was the whole thing?
Yeah, but
was
what
it
was
like
the
a
reason?
was it like a reset button for your body?
it's a reset button. It's your vagus nerve in your neck.
Because it controls your bladder too.
Yeah.
Huh.
Didn't know it worked like
That's
that.
crazy that they have to like
Stroke
trial and error to find that out.
Oh my goodness! Look at that right eye.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't know they can like induce a stroke on you. Like
You took that photo while you were having a stroke?
Oh, dude, I videoed all of it.
So you were like,
I was like, I stroked out. I'm on this. I have the video of doing it in my neck. I'm like, is this supposed to hurt? I'm like, this hurts. Like, and he's watching the needle go into my neck, into the nerve. Wow. And then he did it, and I was like, and he's like, okay, you're gonna stay here, and I stayed there. He's like, okay, go back to your, don't eat this, don't do that, come back in the morning. I'm by myself.
he left you by yourself.
No, I drove to the hotel by myself. I'm like,
After you had a stroke?
yeah.
He's like, yeah, you could drive.
No, he didn't drive. I somehow I got back there, but then it was.
Oh,
it was-
shit.
So I get up the next morning and I'm like, I gotta pee. I'm gonna pee. Wow. Never had a catheter again.
Wow.
Dude, gnarly. So Western medicine, total lie. Yeah. Then, so
Well, what kind of medicine is that?
his company's called the Bio Reset Center. So he biohacks your body. And then you have Danny down at CPI in Tijuana, who he does all these guys are doing all this stuff. So like my shoulder, I can only go here. I have full range of motion now through all the stem cell stuff. And then so there's another guy, you train. Do you know Coach Cal?
Coach Cal.
Coach Cal training lab? Like,
Yeah.
it's Coach Cal.
He's the man, dude.
He's the man.
Calvita.
So Coach Cal.
TJ's
TJ's
training lab. He's the man, bro. He's the
the man.
man.
So Coach Cal,
Genius.
super genius. So I go to see Coach Cal and Monica, his wife. They're awesome, God-loving people. They're the best. Don't ever train with him because they'll kill you.
Yeah.
He's super.
I've seen those bikes.
He's gnarly. So Coach Cal's like, I'm going to do this, this, and this. So I was doing hyperbaric chamber. I was doing all these different types of stuff with Coach Cal, and like changed. My friend got cancer. Coach Cal healed him.
Wow.
There's like Coach Cal's legit.
No, his reputation is like he's a mad scientist, bro. Like that's how he is in like the training world. Like he's kind of low key though. He just does it out of his garage.
Yeah, he's got a little place in Placentia. It's just like, so kind of like this, but it's like mean, like training, like there's some of the best guys in the world training there. But so Coach Cal hooked it up, and then, so I've just learned now that everything that's going on. So then fast forward, it'll be 1 year in June. So I was like, I have diverticulitis. So that's super painful.
What is?
It's like you have the diverticulitis, and you get like, if you eat like seeds or anything, it gets in there, and you get this crazy inflammation in your intestine. They have to cut your intestine, whatever.
Brock Lesnar had it.
So I was at home, and this is how stupid I am about work. So I was like, I go, oh God, I got this pain. Oh, it hurts so bad. So I go to the emergency room, like, and I won't unless I'm like dying. I go to the emergency room. And they go, oh, they go, you have gallstones. I'm like, okay, and they go, come back on Thursday. I'm like, oh, I got some place I got to be on Friday, so I'll just come back the following week. So I had to drive a truck to Bend, Oregon for this event. So I drive the truck up there, and then by that Sunday,
California to Oregon?
yeah. And so I drive, and then by that Sunday, I got in an argument with one of the guys of the company, and I was going to kill him, but I was in so much pain. So I drove home. I drove straight to the hospital, and I'm like, and I laid on the emergency room floor, and they're like, you can't lay on the floor. I go, I'm going to lay on the sidewalk. I go, come out and get me. I'm dying. So they go and they go, okay, surgery, take the gallstones out. And then I'm like, okay. So then in the middle of the night, they wake me up. Hey, you're getting in an ambulance. We're taking you to a different hospital. This is going on. So then they take me. I call my wife. I'm like, hey, I got to go to another hospital.
Dang.
Gallbladder out. Then I go home sick. And the thing is, the hospital tells you nothing.
Dude, they're useless.
Nothing. I'm like, what do I do? Just go home.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, and it's like, so in and out. So the last time I'm in there, I'm septic now. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna die again.
Damn. Keep getting infections from the hospital.
Yeah, it was so gnarly. And then finally, so then I have this really, we call him Fuzz. His name is This Farhad Rajput, he's a cardiologist. He's like one of the best. He just came in and took over for me. He goes, do this, and this. So he just said, do you drink? And I'm like, yeah, you know I drink. He goes, no more drink, no more alcohol. Rest of your life. I'm like, cool, no more drinks. So I haven't had a drink. But then, so that full thing, it made me realize at that point, I wrote a letter to my family, did I climb the wrong mountain? Right, all these stories, all the success, all these crazy things you guys are sharing about, like my kids have had problems, they've had their issues, my family's had issues, my wife and I, all the things we went through. I went, all those things I chased, it's cool, but it didn't really give me any peace, right? So I was like, okay, I got spared, right? God spared me. What am I going to do now? So I've been consulting, and then I just came up with this, the American Traditional, because I looked at it and went, this whole thing is such a disaster, right? Like when if you're a Chicano or any kind of person like that has family background, if you have a sibling, family member, whatever, your grandma, your nanny, they take care of them. They don't put them in homes.
Yep.
You take care of them, right? So I had my cousin when I was a kid, and we'd get thrown in the room with her, and she'd attack us, and she was strong, and it was gnarly, but it's just how it is, right?
Yeah.
But your grandmother took care of them, and then it just kept taking care of people, right? So now you have this whole thing, and it's not about politics. It's about the fact that, like, God has blessed me in so many different ways and all these different things, and I got to survive twice now, right? And then I was like, I consult for people, I'm like, I just want to do something that's like getting back to true American traditional values. Like, what is it about? So what's most important to this country was found on God, right? And not God from a religious point of view. Whenever I break that down for people, they go, oh, you're religious? I'm all, really? I'm religious. I go, so is Jesus. That's why they killed him. He was bad for business. That's why they crucified him. He went in and said, no, this isn't how it works. And they went, oh yeah, you're bad for business. Kill this guy. Rolls in on a mule, on a donkey, and they go, oh, here's our guy. 5 days later, like, kill that dude. He ain't our guy, because he wanted him to take on the Romans. He wanted us to realize the sin's in us. It's not in the other people. It's who we are. We need to change who we are. So what's the next most important thing in my life? It's my family. So, and what's the third most important thing? We can sit here and say whatever the hell we want. If I was an atheist, I could talk about Satan. If I'm whatever, I believe in God, I know he's my Lord and Savior, I can talk about that. I can share that, and that comes because we live in freaking America. Right? So all these idiots who are out there saying all this stupid stuff, like Chris for Palestine, guess what, dude? Have you seen that meme with like the first gate and it's all rocks? They kill you. Right? But we have this opportunity of freedom of speech, right? I don't care what you do. And I remember this, Bart, when you moved. You're like, dude, I'm over it. Like, my son's going out there and there's like a guy taking a crap and the cops won't take him away and he's pooping in my front yard. Why? Why? We all have the power to vote, right? But at the end of the day, everyone's sheeple. We're all sheeple. I'm not. I'm gonna die on my feet. I ain't gonna die on my knees, right? It's like looking at it and going, do I have to do this? No, I get to do this. Like, so now every day I walk up and I walk 15,000 steps a day, which turns out to be 20,000 steps a day. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do all these things. So when Bart said you want to do this podcast, I have so much respect for what you guys are doing, because you guys you're doing it, right? People talk about it, oh, I'm going to do this, and they don't do it, right? Am I selling a lot of these t-shirts? It's like people, oh, I love that shirt. And it's like, dude, Gomez has got a gun on that shirt. Like, it's kind of gnarly. So I put a post up. It's like, no, it's a getting blown out of a barrel, but I like guns. I think guns are badass. I think knives are badass. I think the freedom of speech is badass. I think being an American is badass. And you're saying it's bigotry and racist all stuff. You get to say it. You get to say it. Other countries, you don't get to say it. Have you been to Singapore?
Yeah.
Singapore is on lock, dude, and it's amazing. Been to China?
He loves China. He goes there like every week.
How on lock is China?
On lock.
On lock, dude. It's amazing. How on lock is Japan? It's insane. It's like I look at the things that we do and go, okay, these people hate us. It's because I'm going to go if I threw my dog crap over your fence every day into your yard, you'd come over and you'd punch me in the face. But yet, we're going to save the world, but we're going to go take a crap in China's backyard. Or we're going to go take a crap in India's backyard. Or we're going to go take a crap in Vietnam's backyard. But we're cool. No, you're not. You're not cool. You're taking a crap in somebody else's backyard. Right? And it's like, so if you look at China, you go there and they're super on their game. They're proud of what they're doing. It's like when people get mad when I say this, I go, I'll hire a Mexican and not an American cannot.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.